Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about BlockFi. There's actually quite a bit of news with them. Today is a pretty exciting day. I sold my second car, my first used car, pretty exciting stuff. Tired, was supposed to get out at 5 and the client came at 5. So you know what that means. We got out at 8 but the spiff was paid, or it will be paid, so that's the most important thing. Happy client, happy me. Now, cryptocurrency. First of all, BlockFi is pursuing plans to go public. I know a lot of people out there are familiar with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrency, but the more people that I talk with, average people who have no idea, no interest in cryptocurrency, they've heard about it. But not only that, they've heard about Coinbase, they've heard about Binance, they've heard about all these big named companies. Why Coinbase, for example, recently I had an interview, and during that interview, I asked about particular cryptocurrency exchanges. I was trying to explain cryptocurrency in the simplest way possible, how to get someone to understand it better, someone who has a tough time understanding how Bitcoin is connected to the real world. Like, you have money and you can see it, but how can you see Bitcoin? I started talking about crypto ATMs and crypto cashback rewards and crypto cards and Binance and, all these exchanges. And this particular individual did know about Coinbase because of their IPO. Same with BlockFi. Some people who have not heard that much about cryptocurrency might have heard about BlockFi. Why? Because all these companies are unicorns. They're going big. They're going into the billions. They're IPOing and all this stuff. And there's a lot more people that are focused on stocks. And then you hear it in the news and the media, and even if crypto's crashing, you can always tell that people are excited. Oh, a cryptocurrency company's going public. Oh, but there's also kind of the other side to it, regulation. So even though they're pursuing to go public, they're having some trouble with regulation. Most recently, a third U.S. state, Texas, has cracked down on BlockFi, and BlockFi is in regulators' crosshairs. And a lot of people are saying that DeFi, decentralized finance, is next because, first of all, there was a fair amount of scams coming from DeFi. It's always a small percentage. It's kind of like all the people of this planet who use dollar bills. This isn't clean. This is dirty money. I mean, it's not actually dirty, but it is dirty. Like, you shouldn't, you got to wash your hands after this. But there is a certain percentage of people out there in the world who are going to use that fiat currency for bad stuff out there. And this isn't really about, oh no, they're doing something illegal. It's a power play by the government. They want that tax money. That's all it really is. In the last couple of days, embattled crypto finance company BlockFi has been hit with a cease and desist notice from 3 different state regulators. First, in its home state of New Jersey. Today, we learned of Alabama and Texas. It seems likely more states and eventually the federal regulators will follow. But BlockFi offers interest accounts just like I have with my bank, a lot of people are saying, as do many other DeFi businesses in crypto. And what BlockFi is very popular with is promoting up to 8% APR for just giving them money, doing crypto loans and all this stuff. 8% is fantastic when you compare it to bank savings accounts, which you don't even get half a percentage on that. 8% is amazing for virtually no risk. It's not like you're investing in Bitcoin and it's super volatile. No, you're investing fiat currency. You're getting paid in crypto, and if it does go up, great, you make even more, but you're always able to withdraw it. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of influencers outside of crypto that are in personal finance or normal vloggers, and they love BlockFi. A lot of people love BlockFi. I never use BlockFi because I just don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, you don't even need that much. You need a few $1,000s, but I just didn't have that amount of money. If I did, I'd totally use it, though. It's all about diversification. So it seems those products are offered everywhere in cryptocurrency, but having a bank account for many years and the fact that the bank isn't really rolled over the coals by state regulators kind of goes to prove a point, doesn't it? What's going on? Is this a one-off instance of regulatory overreach, or is it a misinterpretation of crypto by legacy regulators, or is it a sign of things to come for all decentralized lenders? Well, it's important to do a quick review of the rules regarding securities. That's right, the SEC's favorite topic, the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 and Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933, which says, unless a registration statement is in effect as to a security, it shall be unlawful to make use of any communication in interstate commerce to sell such a security. In English, Section 5 means that you have to have a set of offering documents, and those offering documents need to be registered with the SEC before you can sell that to the public. And there's also a number of exemptions required. Most frequently encountered in crypto land is Section 4A2, which is exemptions for transactions not involving any public offering, and Rule 506, exemptions which are for private placements to accredited investors. And those are much rarer and they're complicated to get into. I mean, that's not for the average Joe. Securities laws are designed to capture a myriad of arrangements where investors give money to a manager and expect to receive a return. For this purpose, the Securities Act and the Exchange Act define a security broadly as being any note, stock, treasury stock, security future, security-based swap, bond, debenture, evidence of indebtedness, certificate of interest, transferable share, investment contract, or in general, pretty much anything that has any interest or instrument commonly known as a security. So this has been a long battle with cryptocurrency. Is a specific crypto company offering a security? And some experts will say yes, some experts will say no. It's going to be very divided, and it's all over the place. And technically, there's this 75-year-old decision from the SEC versus W.I. Howey Corporation. It's called the Howey test, and this is what we used a lot in the ICO days of 2017. It was basically a test by the Supreme Court, a flexible rather than static principle, one that is capable of adaptation to meet the countless and variable schemes devised by those who seek to use the money of others on the promise of profits. And a lot of ICOs said no. We're not a security because you do the Howey test and everything's fine, but it gets very murky. And banks and CDs and all this stuff, it's all over the place. So, is BlockFi a security? BlockFi is a more borderline case than the securities questions raised by the 2017 ICO boom. BlockFi could certainly adjust its product offering to sell it only to certain states if there are particular states with rules that permit it to sell the BIA without registration. For now, however, the BIA is offered to persons nationwide. Sales to date likely fall under federal jurisdiction, as do other products sold by other DeFi companies on a 50-state basis. This could mean that the end state of U.S. regulations in this area on a nationwide basis, and in states following the federal rules, might be that fixed income DeFi regulatory products, BlockFi included, will be required to register products like the BIA before selling them to the public. Now, you might be wondering, what is BIA? It's a BlockFi interest account. That's all it really is. Like I said, up to 8% APR. It pays out in cryptocurrency, and that's pretty cool. All you need to do is just invest your money. And right now, it's up to 8%, but in the future, it's probably going to be a little bit lower. Now, this does not mean that all crypto-denominated loans are or should be treated as registrable securities. For example, Section 4A2 of the Securities Act exempts securities which do not form part of any public offering from the registration requirement, as one might see with, for example, a one-off privately negotiated business-to-business cryptocurrency loan not made in an ordinary course of either company's business. Well, that's a mouthful. So there's smaller cases where, it's all complex. There's tons and tons of details about this, but it's going to be a long regulatory fight. But they're preparing to go public, and it's going to be they're days away from closing a $500 million Series E fund. So they're quite along in the process. Multi-billion dollar corporation right here. And BlockFi aims to go public in the next 12 to 18 months, if all goes well, according to documents that were circulated to investors. It's a New Jersey-based company, and they're currently not revealing all of their plans, obviously. But if they do get $500 million closed within the next few days, that's going to be huge. That means they're going to be a $4.75 billion post-valuation company. That's pretty big. A BlockFi stock listing would follow a raft of high-profile public market crypto debuts, from Coinbase in April to Circle to Block.one's bullish. For right now, BlockFi does remain in startup mode. Its Series E is being led by Heda Sophia and Daniel Loeb's Third Point LLC. Coinbase Ventures, Tiger Global, and Bain Capital are also participating. BlockFi's road to Wall Street grew complicated this week due to regulation because of its BIA. And currently, they've amassed over $15 billion in assets, at least up until March 31st, which was a huge amount. CEO Zach Prince said Wednesday that BlockFi is talking things through with New Jersey after Alabama issued its own order. His firm tweeted, "We have active dialogues with regulators worldwide." BlockFi tweeted, "We firmly believe that the BIA is lawful. I think most states are looking at BlockFi." And it's gonna be a long battle, but this is gonna happen a lot, especially with American-based companies, and that's why you got to go abroad, and that's it. Shell companies, dude. Ooh. No, but seriously, it's exciting that they're going public. It's something that we all had to prepare for a while, that there's so many companies. Nothing's going to last forever. There's going to be a lot of regulation in cryptocurrency, especially in America. And for some, that's not great. For others, it just is what it is. It's not something 100% positive. It's not something that's completely negative. There are some positives to regulation, but, it's a complex process. So let me know, guys, what you think down in the comment section below. So excited, I'm tired. It's time to go to bed. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your support. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully tomorrow I get my car, which should ease things up a little bit. So I'm pretty excited about that. Gotta get some sleep. Bye.